description. So script, configuration level data, you can add it here. Okay. In Cypress config,
in package.json, this is the file created while we create the Cypress project, right?
yes,
And
yes.
we can edit it anytime. Like we can edit it.
Mm, yes, you can edit it. Yes, everything you can edit.
Okay.
Okay.
So Priya, can you just repeat once again what does this package.json consists of?
Okay. So package.json is something you can understand by looking at this in any project, what all you have. Okay. What is the project details about? So that is we know with this package.json. Okay. So main thing is in this Cypress.config. Okay. So what is this config file is? There is Cypress config file. So configuration related, like if you install some add-ons. Okay, what are the add-ons we need in Cypress? So XPath add-on we need in Cypress. Cypress supports CSS selector. The default selector is CSS selector. Now what is CSS selector? To locate a element. Okay. So for now, you can understand some configurations, whatever you add, the plugins, those will be available in this Cypress config file. So configuration file has those data. Okay. So now what we have next is this support. Okay. So in support, you can write a reusable code. What is reusable code? The method that you create, okay, or the commands we create. So now you can create your own commands that will be used in your code. Those you can create in this command. Okay. So you can write reusable code in this support folder. Fixtures is actually test cases. Okay. Where actually you have more and more like example.json. Okay, it is for test data. Fixtures is for test data. In a project, what is the test data you need? Suppose you want to execute the code with some set of data. Okay, what is the data that you need? Username you have. Okay, and the username is ABC. Then suppose you have a password. Okay, what is the comma is missing? So standard JSON format we have to use. Suppose you have a password. This is the test data, for example. So ABC123. This is a password for your test data. Now the test data will be maintained in the fixture file. So now you can create more example.json files like this to store different set of test data. This is one object. Now you can create multiple objects, comma, again different. Okay, so however you want, you have to write in a JSON format. It is JSON format of test data. What is JSON? JSON is JavaScript object notation. Okay.
Everything here is in the form of object, like every variable that
Yes.
we write in the form of object.
Yes. Is a JSON. So in these JSON files, you write the test data in the JSON format, in the object format. Yes, there is a parameter and value. So name is a parameter, something is the parameter. You can have your own name. Okay. So suppose what is the name we want to take? I'll take as a Rupa. This will take as a Rani. Okay. So this is user 1, this is user 2, or name 1, name 2. You can differentiate based on the need. Okay. So this is the test data that we can store for the testing. What is test data? The data used for testing is the test data. So I'll make a note here what we have. Fixtures will have the test data. Okay. Then we have cypress.config. So config has configuration data. What is configuration? Yes.
Configuration is like a CSS selector that we need to add on
XPath or any plugins we add to the framework. Okay. So in interview, we get a question. What is Cypress folder structure? Explain. Very famous interview question. What is, like when we say Cypress, we know. So people will start from basic question. What is the advantage? Okay. Why people are using Cypress? Okay. You answered. That is good. There are blah blah advantages. Okay. It supports the, it is faster. Architecture is best. Okay. There is no dependency on other component. Then the next question will be on what is Cypress folder structure? Explain. We have to explain the folder structure. So people directly ask, what is folder structure? Fixtures is for test data. Configuration will be there in the config cypress.config file. In the file, what we can see, the plugins installed for the framework. For example, what are the plugins then? What you see in your cypress.config in your project? You can mention the configuration such as the plugins that we have, XPath plugin or a reporting plugins. So which of the reporting plugins we have? Allure report. Very famous report is used, Allure report. So these are the reporting plugins that we have in a config file. Okay. So cypress.config file. End-to-end is, you have end-to-end test cases. Okay. These are the script files. So you can write different scripts in it. So what is script? It is a test case. Describe is one entire test suite. A describe will have multiple it blocks. Okay, what is it block? It block is actually your test. You
test
can
case.
have multiple it blocks in a one describe. So it is a test case. It blocks are test cases. Now next is end to end. So this component has test scripts. Okay, what is test scripts? The test cases. The script files are JavaScript files that has test cases. Now, how you write the test case? What are the statements? Tell me. The question will be next on a this. Now, so describe is a test suite where it will have multiple test cases. Okay. What is describe is the test suite. Okay. And it block is test case. Describe can have multiple it blocks. What is it? It is a block, okay? Block of code. It block is the test case. So describe can have multiple it blocks. It block is a test case. Okay. So what are the components? First is fixtures. Second is config.cypress.config. Now end to end is the third component. So in this third component, we have describe and it block. Describe is a test suite. It can have multiple it blocks and it block is a test case. Fine. Now in this, what we have, rest of the things. Okay, nothing. Okay. Support. Okay. What is support? Then next component is it has reusable code. So what is reusable code?
Methods.
Methods. Now in Cypress we have commands. Okay. So reusable code is methods in Java. So commands in here Cypress. So these commands are reusable methods that we can use. So we have commands. Now how we create a reusable commands? Cypress dot commands dot add. So you can add your own command with this name and what it does, the parameters, the subject, and what it does, the code that you can write inside this. Okay. So commands are in this. So now visit is a command that you are writing. It is overriding. Okay. So you can override or you can add something you are adding new. Suppose you are adding a new command. Like I want to add a new command to click and navigate to a particular page. There are already click and those commands are already available, but still you want to override or you want to write your own methods. Suppose on your application you have login. So you can write, you can add a command login because Cypress will not have command login. Cypress will have commands to click a particular element. Okay, type something or launch a URL, those commands are available. Login, you can write a command for a login. You can also write for a command for a logout. So, what are the commands? Like we can add is a logout and we can write login command. So, these are some of the examples I have given. Reusable code, these are the examples. Login is the command, the reusable code. Logout is the command, the reusable code we can write. Okay. So in logout, we will have some steps like click on some element on the right side top corner. Then you click on a logout option. Okay. 2 steps in this code. Fine. So you can add the commands that are nothing but methods, but here we call it as commands. Okay. Clear? Okay. Clear the files or components of
Priya, can
Cypress.
you once again give the overview of this commands and everything?
Folder structure of the Cypress framework. Everyone make a note of this very famous interview question. So you get a good understanding about what actually we have in these all folders. Okay, we have these all folders created automatically. We did not create. We will create test cases, the files, whatever we need. Basic setup is already created because we were running those commands and after that it installed. Now after Cypress installation, these are the folders that we have. Okay, the runner is open. So this is advantage. These are the advantages of Cypress because they are providing everything. Like folder structure is created, but in Selenium, we have to do every folder structure. We have to run. There is no runner or there is no any provision of runner or something. Okay. Fine. Okay. So make a note of this. I'll give you overview again. So these folder structures, we'll explain one more time. I think you have confusion in these reusable commands. Other things are very much clear. Yes? Or everything you want me to explain?
Priya,
No, Priya, it's fine.
just a question. Like, we need to write our commands here only. Like you said, log in, log out.